All right, shalom to the election of the nation of Israel, consisting of the 144,000 Hanabiayim, the prophets, Harashim, the heads of the governing body that shall rule in the kingdom of heaven. 144,000, which are all men of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, and that'll be, of course, who, of course, the world only calls so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, which go back to the seed of Abraham. All right, of course, shalom to you. Shalom to the rest of the 1/3, which are no prophets, but are believers in the words of Yahweh Shem Yashai, and being raised up as well by the word that they hear from the mouth of the Lord, which are prophets, or are the prophets. Okay, the ambassadors, the envoys of Yahweh Shai here on earth, which shortly Yahweh Shai will be here to deliver his elect. You know, our Redeemer is on his way. He's coming. He's coming, of course, with healing in his wings, and also bringing forth destruction to the wicked. Esau, Edom, and the rest of the nations. 2/3 of Israel is going to get, of course, obliterated here. Okay, 2/3 of America getting cut off. All right. I want to, of course, give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Yashai, B'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the election. Shem Mafpa. My name is Mafpa. And the Great Millstone Plaintables can't look here in the city of Philadelphia. Just coming with a wee lesson. So, just woke up again on this wicked high holy day for Esau, Edom, where he celebrates, of course, the downfall of our people and our neighbors, the tribe of Gad, Rabban. Okay, Thanksgiving, and in general, like I said, these people will glory in, of course, destruction and death, and are nothing but bloodthirsty demons. Okay, and have nothing but a track record of robbing and pillaging, and stealing and thieving. Okay, I mean, here it is, it's 2020, and they have the audacity to even boast within vanity, to even think, you're gonna have a good time and a good 2020. That's a pipe dream. Okay, you could dream on, because your dream is through, Esau, Edom. Okay, what is happening right now is, of course, the fall of this empire, being America. Okay, this beast system, NATO and the EU. Okay, with America, we're seeing the downfall of Esau, Edom, the wicked. All right, and we're living through it. We are actually living through it, and it's very yapa, to see the fall of our enemy. But also, it comes with great awareness, and of course, vigilance, which come with you counting, the days, and seeing that the times are wicked, and at any time, like I said, the Lord can just strike with that hot iron of prophecy, and you don't want to be on that receiving end of his anger. You want, of course, to be on the end of the mercy. Okay, so Elder, I attended this video, which that's what I was raised up and woke up to. Also, the noise. It seems as if every time that if I don't get a video done, for that day or something like that, the Lord will do something to wake me up. Okay, to wake me up, some noise, to wake me up. Okay, so I can get this, in. I can feed the flock and such. This would be, the abomination of a heathen probably acknowledging this wicked high holy day. Okay, being as American citizens now in this country, following, of course, the customs of the heathen, and the scriptures tell us not to follow the way of the heathen. It says, envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Read that in the book of Proverbs. Okay, and we see I got this thing right here because there's a coin Ayathun, of course, which that's like one of my favorite elders too, by the way. Of course, a lot of course elders, apostles, and such. Of course, we are beloved and we love them. There's certain ones that, of course, we really esteem and such. Which we like I said, we do esteem all. But of course, we all have our those that we draw nigh more than others at this just from just the spirit. All right. But I say that, of course, to make this this inference right here. This place is through because, I mean, why would you even the elder part, of course, mentioned about this whole tree, this Christmas tree that was put up, okay, in New York, in which I know many people travel, and this is supposed to be a very bustling time of the year, especially for your Empire State capital. But you have, of course, these lockdowns in this pandemic, okay, and of course, the reinstitution of many of these orders, and of course, looming before your head, that's that sickle, the reaper, Esau Edom, coming with that experimental drug, okay, in the form that you want to put it in your arm, okay, as brothers have subtly said, to give you that that straight jab, okay. So it says Huggard Tree undergoes a stunning glow up, and I mean, this is no way stunning at all. I mean, it was even this lady did this video here, and she was going about in the streets of New York, just to pretty much let you know where this is and such. And she said no longer looks like a Charlie Brown one, which that actually through the spirit, I'm just doing this impromptu. Charlie Brown, I'm gonna look up Charlie Brown, which is a wee cartoon Christmas tree. I'm gonna look that up. Because I'm not familiar with it. I don't got, what is it? Ain't coming up with nothing. Damn, that joint look crazy. I mean, if this is what it is, the joint look crazy and withered. It looked withered and weak, and like there's only one ball on there. I mean, he looked terrified right there. Okay. But if that's what it's supposed to be, I mean, it doesn't look exactly that. It's like you just trying to dress up nothing, But hey, I mean, I judge it as a spiritual man judgeth all things. He that spiritual. We judge all things. So, we of course are showing it as a reflection of this country, okay, and as the Zaquan Ayathun was speaking about. He was speaking about, of course, the decay and such, which you learn it at Ramah, I believe, which is, I believe, going into the decay. I think that's in Isaiah the 14 chapter. See, Isaiah 14. I'm just going through to the spirit. Isaiah the 14 chapter, which this is heavy. This is exactly what I wanted too, by the way. I just couldn't even think about where exactly it was in the scriptures, but had this junk, just a spirit that was like, yo, man, like, this place is through. It then lost all its splendor, as I believe I mentioned. So this is right here, Isaiah 14 and verse 4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb with this wise saying against the king of Babylon, Esau Edom, okay, and say, How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. And that golden city is talking about, of course, Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, and your empire state is looking like shite. All your major cities are looking like shite. Okay. It says, I mean, you can see it. You know, we gonna get it a wee bit into it. I mean, you have it with, you know, I have some of these different articles from Zero Hedge was my, I know, brother. I don't know, brothers know that's my. I always mention that here sometimes, that it's my favorite news outlet. You know, news. You know, early news, of course. The real true news. Okay. It's my favorite outlet. They got this one article, which you know, one I could even say. Let me bring it up if I can find it. So y'all versus I'll bring it up. The article is going into about these various cities that are in pretty much in United States, where it's in, you know, pretty much a financial straits, financial ruin. Okay, let's see if I can find it. I mean, you got, I don't know if I can find it, but you got panic and desperation sweep across America as fears of a dark winter continue to rise. I mean, you had in actual, which I don't know if I can find it, but you have different articles that, you know, for one, you got this, which is gonna bring, of course, a very dark winter. You know, the mandatory straight jabs, okay, in the arm, to the arm, okay, which, like I say, a lot of people are gonna reject, okay, due to, of course, religious beliefs, okay, and just in general not trusting in, of course, the actual science of Esau Edom, okay, that's gonna happen, which Esau is now having that. Of course, Esau believe he's the God of you, and he wants to be as a God, as he sits in the seat as God, claiming that he is. You know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so you know, this is gonna bring about, you know, much great death, and also, you know, because of you know, them doing it, a lot of people gonna look like that Christmas tree, okay, because it's said that this whole immunization won't be a walk in the park because of the side effects that the doctors actually warn. And this actually is published by their scientists, okay? You know, this is their people, okay? They're Edomites, they're knowledgeable ones, okay, that are saying this, okay? Fever, sweats, migraines, muscle aches, that could last for days, okay? You know, and that's just the something. I seen even someone who took some type of this is Jake. He took some type of treatment. And he got like a swollen tongue. That thing looked crazy, but yeah, like he was looking like a car. He was looking like they got them. I don't know if that's like, what's that, like the Sesame Street or somebody like that, looking like one of them, something like with a narrow mouth or something like that, and his tongue just spits out. This man was looking like that. You know, you could look it up. You know, mans get a swollen tongue and stuff. You could look it up. But he was looking like a cartoon. He didn't look right. Okay. But yeah, you know, this is what these times entail. Okay, which you know, going to the point, you know, of this lesson, you know, which you know, the main scripture that the actual Zaquan, which is of course apostle elder, you know, he sent out as well. You know, the elder I done put out was you know, about measuring the time diligently yourself. You know, it's high line. I believe, like, in the same spirit, it's high time to wake out of sleep. You know, and not to be comfortable. Okay, I'm gonna get that scripture too, but see, there's another scripture that was coming to me real quick, which is, I believe, the book of Jeremiah. You see the 50 or 51. Okay. Right, this is Jeremiah 51:7. Says, Babylon has been the golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And, they got all these different philosophies, the democracy, and, of course, your various wicked covetousness, and the lies and the robbery and just death, man. This man got the whole world, of course, drunk, including our people. Okay, that have not been blessed with the grace of Yahweh Shem Yashai for to wake up to the truth. I mean, you have them celebrating these false holidays. Okay, in vanity, you with all of this truth out here flourishing, you shouldn't you be sitting there congregated together, in celebrating the death of your own people? I mean, that's crazy. That just goes to show you, like, the nations are mad. All right, it's crazy. Including our nation, you could put, because we scatter abroad the nations. Okay. And we have, taken these different idols and became drunk off it. There's all these different idolatry that's committed, all right, by our people. But it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take palm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Right, forsake her. Okay, you should be forsaking Babylon right now. Okay, which is Izab, right? Which is Izawab, but I believe in the Hebrew, which they got in the Hebrew text, which is to leave her, man. Forsake, depart, man. As the scriptures say, depart. This ain't our rest, and as it says in the Micah, I tell you about that. The second chapter, rise ye and repart, because it's not your rest. It will destroy you, even with a sure destruction. Okay, let's get that real quick. Micah 2:10, it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sure destruction. And it says, and if a man walking in the spirit of falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, shall even be as the prophet of this people. Okay, it says, I will surely assemble Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel, and I will put them together as the sheep of Bozrah, as the flock in the midst of their fold. Okay, and it says, and they shall make a great noise by the reason of the multitude of men. Okay, and you see it, you got us, out there on these hedges, us are the hopeful elect. We, preaching this word. The Lord is guiding us by this word. Okay, that's where you get your church from. Okay, your assembly of men, the calling of it and such. Okay, the Lord is doing that, raising up his men, of course, first. Okay, that's your heat, your ashim. Okay. It says, and I will put them together as sheep in Bozrah, as the flock in the midst of their fold. It's crazy because we are surrounded by our enemies. I mean, we're surrounded by our enemies in the midst of this. Okay. it says they shall make a great noise by the reason of the multitude of men, right? Okay. Hey, you gotta watch out for those men that, of course, are, man walking in the spirit of falsehood and such. Okay, coming with the different philosophies and such. Hey, look, things are gonna get better. We're gonna do this. You got this whole slogan, we're gonna get through this. That was one of the first thing that I heard out of the mouth of it. He could be a Jake, I don't know. I believe he probably Edomite. The man was like, he could be a Jake though. I don't know. He did give me like a little fist bump, but you know what it is. But Esau know we like fist bumps. But anywho, this is what he was like. Let's get through this, and this guy actually know about a little bit of things, because this truth been going out so much that it pretty much done force people to acknowledge various truths. He's talking about like them getting rid of cash and stuff like that. In the beginning of the whole pandemic and stuff, shortage of coins and all of that. He was on a little bit of things. I might have mentioned some certain things and, went on. But, people could pretty much tell, we are not as regular men are. We are, of course, shining brighter and brighter as the perfect day cometh. All right. So, don't be, of course, amazed, when you see people coming out the blue, asking for your wisdom and guidance, and actually to be under your protection, because they know they seen you out on the highways and hedges, or maybe you have struck them by the spirit, by the words that come out your mouth that have that heavy vibration of Yahweh Shem Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. And in the day, of course, of this trouble, which like I said, this Jacob trouble was about to hit crazy. Okay, this dark winter is about to hit crazy. They, seeking, hey, please help me. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's going to look like this tree. That tree that I had up, this Rockefeller Tree, which is, look as like shape as a Tayat. Look at it. It don't even look like it's alive. Like, it looked like it's a dead. They took the deadest tree, or the closest to deed, tree, and they put it up. They was like, all right, we're gonna put this up, and then out of it, like I said, this thing even say it's bald in spots, right? This joint looked like it was like somebody cut down a tree, right? And let it sit. It started to decay. And then they end up putting it on a truck and transport it to the city. And usually, like I said, that whole tree process of choosing a tree, that's extensive. You remember when you was a kid, of course, your parents, if you had them, they were in of course, Christianity and such. Or, like I said, this philosophy of Babylon got the whole world drunk. So, you may not even have been a so-called, believed in Christianity, but people still get these Christmas trees. And then also, I must note, you ain't gonna find, us, a high holy day talking about putting up a Christmas tree. That go back to Nimrod. That's of course a wicked Babylonian custom, which Esau adopts to himself. All right, but and the scriptures talk about that in Jeremiah the 10th chapter. All right, about they cutteth a tree down and such and deck it out and such with silver and all of that. But yeah, you had it where you would, I remember you would have your parents would go to various different places just to find a tree that they needed. They want to get it for the right price and et cetera, et cetera. Okay. If they even see anything remotely close to this, the first thing come out their mouth, it didn't even matter if it was perceived as rude in these times. It'd be like, yo, that junk look like crap. Like, no, this wouldn't even be it's barely green. Like, come on, dog. Or the Shah, I believe that's in Hebrew. Like, come on, man. But like I say, you have to judge it spiritually. This is a reflection of this place, Babylon. Okay. So let me go back to these scriptures. Isaiah back to 14:4. I want to read that again. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city priest ceased, Slakia. Right. And it look, man, it ceased, man. Just look at it. It's dead. I mean, you don't have that whole hustle and bustle and people out in the street. You know, this place has come to literally a cease, a rest, you know, where it's been destroyed, destructured, okay? Caused to fail. The Lord has caused this place to fail, okay? You see it everywhere, okay? As the scriptures say, I've seen Satan fall from heaven as lightning, okay? Fall from what? His rulership, okay? He is doing everything to try to make patchwork out of it, okay? But it's looking exactly like that. Patchwork. Like if you get a rip in your pants, okay, and pantalones or your pants, and ask your grind to sew it up, and then it's of some other material, okay, and you see how it's all, you're like, yeah, look at that. Well, that's how Babylon is looking. It's just how, it reminds you of the scripture which you're gonna go into, and it says here, I'm gonna go down. It says here, Isaiah 14:11. It says, "Thy pomp is brought," right, which is going to the arrogancy and such, the pomp and such. All right, which right there, got a wand. All right. Which is the majesty, the pride, and like I say, other nations looking at this place like, damn, this place is shite. I mean, you have it right now at this time that Trump is actually literally, he been, possibly, like I believe the Israeli military out there, they've been preparing for a possible strike. Iran, America striking Iran, America being a proxy for Israel. But of course, they're still angry about Iran building up their military, of course, might by enriching uranium and getting this nuclear missile ready. Okay, they ain't denuclearizing, and you have it with E that actually do America left the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. But anyway, or the Iran deal. All right. Now, it says here, thy pomp is brought down to the grave. Right. In the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee. Right, which is, this is the precept. The worm is talking about the Ramah or the Decay. Well, you see it in the Hebrew. Okay. Ramah for decay. Right, like as a maggot, which is a sign of decay. Of course, you look at the United States and this infrastructure is absolutely shite. Okay, I mean, this place is supposed to have, if it's supposed to be the golden city, what is it? What is it? The Chaldees excellency, the elites excellency and such. Because they'd be the Chaldees of this new Babylon. Okay, this virgin daughter of Babylon. They supposed to have this place all decked out. You talking about Trump talking about how he did all these improvements to America, but I mean, you could go down a regular street, and like I said, look, I could go out on a day, rain or shine, and could get a flat. I've gotten flats, but I said, look, I'm gonna ride out there on my bike, on a road bike. I mean, they barely take care of the worlds. When they do taking care of the worlds, and they doing patchwork. You know, they either rushing to get it done real quick, and they don't do it properly. Okay, it's not perfect. It has imperfections. They ripping and unrooting it, redoing it, or they have it where they'll do. All right, they got shite a water main break or something like that. They ripping up the just a bit right there, and putting, of course, asphalt over it, and then you're driving on an uneven road, and then of course that with the salt that they put on the street, I mean that's muck up, of course, the road even more too. So this place is all through, what I mean, from the bridges, I mean the roadways, everything that's a part, of course, of this infrastructure is decayed. Okay, you can see the signs everywhere, and that actual tree, just a reflection of elite telling you they know that too. All right, because why would an owl be in a tree? Okay, in this that deep tree, they shipped that joint with probably an owl. However the way the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah had it, where an owl was found in this tree, which when that's the main thing they want you to see in the news. Rockefeller Center Christmas tree owl is released back into the wild. Owl found in the Rockefeller Christmas tree set to be released. And if you know anything with this whole owl, he attributed himself to be illuminated, as a owl can see in the darkness. That's how he, of course, is. All right, or wants to be, or says he is. You can see through the darkness. Okay, still, even through his decaying kingdom. Okay, he knows that what he's gonna bring down this great wrath. Okay, I mean, if I could find like a timeline of this whole Rockefeller tree, like a timeline or something like that, or some type of compilation of it of each year. Or comparison, like something. Of like the different years and stuff. I mean, you maybe how I revisit it, but I have to, Lord will, find something like that. But that don't look like shite. All right, that's just straight. All right, it's straight, just like this country look like shite. Okay, you have it with the amount of highest amounts of opioid deaths. Okay, Edomite deaths, all of that. This place is through. Okay, so let me see. And this, like I said, this ain't a long lesson. I just want to highlight this scripture, and it says here. It says, and worms shall cover thee, right? And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, right? They of course want to be that the light bearer, all right, the son of the morning. Okay, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, right? This talking about Esau Edom, okay, which you see weaken the nations in many forms. Of course, infiltrate your country, put in public leaders, and take your resources, bring wars to your country. I mean, you have it where you people actually glorifying and what's the dude, Biden becoming a president, but yeah, they got it where it's through was it him and being under Obama, bringing war to was it Yemen, okay, there in the middle, and out there in the Middle East and such. Okay, I mean, all you do is bring war to the place, but you weaken the nations. You bring the war. Okay, you have it where, like I say, different countries, because you placing economic sanctions on them. they kind of course flourish as a nation, as they would. They can have the most sought after resources, but you putting these different penalties on them, the different bans on trade, embargoes, all type of things. You mess up nations, okay? And that's and you claim to be, of course, charitable, and claim to be bringing, like you say, democracy. Yeah, you are bringing democracy, bringing demon rule, okay? Demonic rule everywhere, gross darkness, as the scriptures speak about, okay? But it says, for thou hast said in thine heart and in mind, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of the power. I will sit sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. It says, and I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, Shawwal, to the grave, to this destruction, to the sides of the pit. Okay? And it says, and they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? All right, this is your Lucifer, right? Esau, Edom, okay? That did shake kingdoms, okay? Shake. Let's look into that word. This Raish, which is a quake. Raish, which is quake, to be moved, right? And they said this man does that in various ways, to shake and tremble. You put fear in these different countries and such. You know what I mean? But yeah, you damn near unearthed a country, earthed them. But yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna bring out this other thing, which the precept. It says, in that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of thy sleep, for now our salvation is nearer than what we believe, or when we believe, right? So counting the time and judging it, like, you gotta understand that. You know what I mean? You see what the Lord is doing to E is clearly evident. The prophecies are speaking that this man is through. He coming down, and there ain't no recovering. Okay, economists already told you it wasn't gonna be a actual V-shaped recovery from this whole coronavirus. You have the famines. You have food lines. Like I said, 600,000 last week to double that to 120,000. Okay, lines in Texas so far, like, come on, stretching miles. Food banks, running out of food. Okay, due to the lack of stimulus, the lack of course of people being able to make a decent living here. Okay, this place is through. Okay, the Lord has made this place bare. Okay, made Esau bare. Esau is going down, as you can see. So I got one last scripture, which is a scripture. I'm just gonna read it off of my Bible, my apocrypha here, which is part original King James 1611 Bible, right? It's canon. Esau can't say what's canon and what's not. He wicked. This is Sirach chapter 7 and verse 16. It says, number not thyself among the multitude of sinners. So when you wake out of that sleep, you shouldn't be in that whole thinking that you in that number of chatayim, or sinners. Okay? Now you gotta put on as the elect. Okay? You acknowledge, that you went off, but due to the dime or the blood of Yahweh Shai, due to the stripes you healed. Okay? And you're a new creature. Okay, so number not thyself amongst a multitude of sinners. Not of that number of the 2/3 that's gonna die here in America, or it's about to get purged out. But remember that wrath will not tarry long. Right? Remember that wrath will not tarry long. You know, the scriptures talk about Habakkuk. Though it tarry, wait for it, so it surely shall come, it will not tarry. Okay, these prophecies. So remember that. Okay, remember what the Lord said. He said that and I'll get that scripture and lead off on that. You end off on that. Speedy. This is the book of Zephaniah 1:18. Actually, I'm gonna start above that. This is Zephaniah 1:14. It says, "In the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near. It hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly." Yeah, your soldiers. Those who strong, they ain't gonna be nothing. They strength ain't gonna be able to save them in this day. Alright? You can't trust in your bow. Alright? They talk about how men gonna be as women in these days. Alright? You can see how the lack of masculinity within men. Okay? Like I say, and y'all don't even have no virtue. Alright? Most of you out there, you know, that's not following the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible. Alright? That's where your virtue, your morals is coming from. The Bible. Okay? And you're gonna see that if you don't have that, and the Lord's not dealing with you, you don't have that hedge, you're gonna be spoiled. Okay, let's go on. It says, so you gonna cry bitterly. It says, Zephaniah 1:15, that the day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress. That day, look, Jacob trouble day. All right, ending with what? Nuclear missiles being shot into the ends of the earth and hitting America and other places across the earth, bringing forth what? A refreshing, okay, to this place. Cleansing this place, purging this place of this wickedness, this uncleanliness. Okay, because he done defiled this land, man. It says a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, right? And like I said, it's already getting gloomy already. You can see the cloud, you know, pretty much coming over the gray and dark clouds, coming over our heats and such. Okay, so you know, soon it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be dark too. You know, the Lord talk about he's gonna smite Egypt as he did before. You know, talk about this new Egypt being America. You know, so they look out, of course, for these different blackouts that's coming. Okay, they talk about he's talk about in the scriptures that terror's gonna be on them on every side. Okay, men's hearts gonna be failing for fear. That's what they're gonna see, what the Lord's bringing. All right, this is Zephaniah 1:16. Now it says, "In a day of a trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men." And how that's going to happen? Of course, the Lord, he removing his prophets, you know, from where you can get this light. Now you walking as a blind man. Because if you don't have, of course, the prophets, you know, which are what? The children of the day, you know, they have the light of Yahweh Shai with them, this knowledge, this wisdom, understanding. You know, you're just going to be completely dark. You know, they the men who have what? They got the eye single and full of light. All right? You're going to be, as it said, walk as blind men. You can't see. And as the scriptures say, where there's no vision, the people perish. Okay? So without that get understanding, it says, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Okay? You don't be looking bare like that Christmas tree they got up. Okay, you see that pretty decayed Christmas tree look damn dead, and it's put up. Okay, you're gonna be looking like that. Men gonna be looking like that. Okay, women gonna be looking like that. Kids gonna be looking like that. Okay, streets gonna be looking like that. Worse than that. Okay, you're gonna be looking like a tree that's, you know, like completely done rotted out. I mean, use it for like firewood. Okay. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Yahweh's wrath. Okay, and while you got people that going, you know, of course, trying to, you know, invest in precious metal and silver and such. Well, that's no going to be able to deliver them in the days of Yahweh's wrath. If you don't have the Tawah, the mark of exemption, you're going to get destroyed. Yeah, money's a defense and answer to all things, but not in these days. All right, the Lord, like I say, He gonna search you out, and if you ain't if you're not on that right side, He gonna destroy you. Okay. Not to say that, hey, you brothers can't get no precious metals and such, you know, and trade and barter with it and stuff, using wisdom, but no, that's not the way of our deliverance. Our deliverance is due our Redeemer Yahweh Shai. All right, but anyway, it said their goal, you know, and their silver, or Kasap and Zahab, right? So probably gonna say like La'ah, you know, you ain't gonna deliver them La'ah, right? You got Ha Taza Y'all, which is going to from Natazal, which goes into deliver. All right. Also, Kasapum, which is gum. Kasapum, right? Which is to your silver there. Also, is a hob, which is going into their gold. All right, not their gold, which is La'ah right here. Not. Okay. That's it. That's all I gotta bring out. It says in Yahweh's land, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of His jealousy, for He shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So a speedy riddance. So this is gonna be quick. All right, talk about a speedy riddance. Bahal in Hebrew, which is to be in haste. It's gonna be quick, man. Hurry. Riddance. Okay, so look, man. We seeing things, and like I said, how we see things moving so quick. Like I said, you went from where you had, it was just, you had this whole thing came about, right? They set up like little, tents and all that. People can go get tested for this disease. All right, wear the mask. Social distance. Wash your hands. So now, all right, they actually have. Well, they already probably had it already, but they have the actual solution, which is the experimental drugs, and that's gonna be mandatory for you in order to, of course, be an operating citizen in this country. You're gonna have to, of course, prove it that you have it with these different passports. So you gotta, as the scriptures have said, I'm gonna read that scripture off again. Sirach 7:16. Number not thyself among the multitude of sinners, but remember that wrath will not tarry long. Or that wrath will not tarry long. Okay. There's no condemnation to them that are in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, whom the word he calls Jesus Christ, the anointed one. All right. Hopefully you're edified by the lesson. And as the elder apostle, what's that? Yeah, that's his title being the elder Ithon. I believe he might go by bishop too. But yeah, we all are apostles sent that, but you got order, of course. It says, knowing the time, recognize that we're at on this kingdom's timeline, and Yahweh Bashem El Shai have it where they said this place on his way out of here, and the Lord about to make the speed riddance to the wicked. So shalom to the elect. And these things that the Lord is bringing is for the wicked. These destruction. All right, and the things that we will go through as the hopeful elect will be only for our purging, for our refinement. Get all, of course, that dross, and so that we can be them perfect vessels that Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, wants us to be. Which is, like I said, it's all, we like diamonds in the rough. Even better than that, man, because more than that, we these other various precious stones. The Lord's making up his jewel. So shalom, and stay, of course, up and circumspect. We in a time of overthrowing and great peril. Shalom to the elect.